Listen to me carefully, because what I am about to tell you is not for everyone. If you are hearing my voice right now, understand that this moment has been divinely orchestrated. This is not a coincidence. This is not an accident. This is destiny. You were meant to hear this message because God has chosen you. The universe has aligned itself in such a way that you have arrived at this very moment. And if you listen till the end, I promise you, your life will never be the same again. You have always known, haven't you? That there was something different about you. That you weren't like everyone else. That there was a path carved for you, greater than the one you've been walking. Maybe you've felt it in the silent whispers of your heart, in the restless nights when you couldn't sleep, in the dreams that felt too big to belong to you. Maybe you've even doubted it at times, wondered if you were imagining things, if you were being foolish to believe that you were meant for more. But deep down, you always knew. And now, I am here to confirm it. This is your wake-up call. The final message you need to hear before everything changes. Chosen one, your time has come. The shift is happening right now. And if you don't claim it, if you don't step into it, you will miss out on the greatest transformation of your life. You are standing at the threshold of abundance, and I need you to understand this. The waiting is over. The struggle is over. The doubts, the fear, the uncertainty, they no longer have power over you. Because from this moment forward, a divine force is taking over your life. And the wealth, the success, the abundance that has always been meant for you is finally being released into your hands. This is not just another motivational talk. This is not just a temporary burst of inspiration that will fade away by tomorrow. No. This is a spiritual shift. A calling. A divine activation that will awaken the millionaire within you. Because let me tell you something that the world doesn't want you to know. Wealth is not earned. It is aligned. Money is not something you chase. It is something you attract. And the reason you have struggled, the reason you have felt lost, the reason you have not yet stepped into the financial freedom that is yours, is because you have been operating on the wrong frequency. You have been programmed to believe that you have to suffer to earn success. That you have to work yourself to the bone, that you have to fight and struggle and beg for what is already yours. But I am here to tell you that God has already written your story. Your wealth is already waiting for you. Your millions are already aligned in your destiny. And the only thing standing between you and the life you were meant to live is your belief. So listen to me carefully. If you are ready to step into this power, if you are ready to receive what has always been meant for you, I need you to do something right now. I need you to claim it. Type "I am ready" in the comments below. Declare it. Speak it into existence. Because this is not just a video. This is a divine activation. And when you engage with this message, you are not just pressing buttons, you are sending a signal to the universe. You are aligning yourself with the frequency of abundance. You are stepping into your divine inheritance. Do not let this moment pass you by. Because let me tell you something, God does not call the unworthy. He does not choose at random. If you are hearing these words, it is because you are one of the chosen. And that means that your wealth, your success, your freedom, it is already written. It is already yours. But here is the secret that most people will never understand. Being chosen does not mean your path will be easy. In fact, it is the opposite. The chosen ones are tested. The chosen ones are broken before they are rebuilt. The chosen ones must endure the fire before they rise like gold. Think about your life. Think about everything you have been through. The betrayals. The hardships. The nights you cried when no one was watching. The moments you felt abandoned, when you questioned if God even saw you at all. Do you really think all of that was for nothing? No. Every single thing you have gone through was preparation. Every struggle, every setback, every heartbreak, it was shaping you, refining you, sharpening you. Because God does not hand wealth to the weak. He does not pour success into the hands of those who are not ready. And you, chosen one, are being prepared for something greater than you can imagine. This is why you have felt different your whole life. This is why you have never fit in with the crowd. This is why people have misunderstood you, doubted you, and even tried to bring you down. Because the moment you were born, the enemy knew who you were. And he has been trying to stop you ever since. But what the enemy meant for harm, God is turning for good. And now, the waiting is over. The financial breakthrough you have been praying for, the abundance you have been seeking, it is already in motion. The universe is shifting in your favor. The doors that have been locked for years are about to swing wide open. And all you have to do is step through. But listen to me carefully. This will not happen for everyone. Not because God is holding back, but because most people are not ready to receive it. Most people will hear this message and doubt it. They will let their fear, their skepticism, their limiting beliefs hold them back. And those people will remain exactly where they are. Stuck. Struggling. Lost. But you are different. You have always been different. And that is why I am speaking to you right now. Because I know that you are ready. I know that you are tired of struggling. I know that you are done living in lack. And I know that deep down, you can feel it, something is shifting. Something is changing. You are on the brink of something massive. And the only thing you have to do is claim it. Say it out loud. Say, I am chosen for abundance. Type it. Believe it. Speak it into existence. Because the moment you do, the universe will respond. Do you feel it? The energy shifting? The chains breaking? That is not your imagination. That is real. Your wealth is here. Your millions are already yours. And in the next part of this message, I am going to tell you exactly how to step into it. I am going to reveal the divine blueprint that will take you from where you are to where you are meant to be. But for now, I need you to take this moment to absorb this truth. Chosen one, your time is now. The struggle is over. The waiting is over. The blessings have already begun. Prepare yourself. Because what happens next will change everything. The signs have been there all along. The restless nights, the gut feelings, the moments of deep knowing that you were meant for something far greater than your current reality. You were never ordinary. You were never meant to follow the same path as everyone else. The moment you entered this world, a mark was placed upon you, an invisible seal that set you apart. You may not have seen it, but others have felt it. And that is why, all your life, you have felt like an outsider. That is why you have struggled where others have succeeded easily. That is why you have experienced loss, betrayal, hardship, because you are chosen. And to be chosen means to be tested, refined, and prepared for a purpose far beyond what the average mind can comprehend. This is why nothing in your life has come easy. This is why, no matter how hard you work, it always seems like something is resisting you. It is not because you are unlucky. It is not because you are cursed. It is because you were meant to break the cycle, to rewrite the narrative of your life, to step into a level of wealth and success that will shift the destiny of your bloodline. Do you understand what I am saying to you? You were not sent here to be like everyone else. You were not born to struggle, to barely survive, to watch others build empires while you remain stuck in the shadows. No. You were sent here to rise. To claim what is rightfully yours. To step into the wealth that has always been destined for you. But here is what you need to understand: the universe does not simply hand wealth to those who desire it. It delivers it only to those who are truly ready to receive it. And this is why the trials have been so intense for you. Because you are being tested. You are being prepared. God does not pour abundance into vessels that are not ready to contain it. He refines those He chooses. And if you have experienced loss, if you have faced rejection, if you have walked through fire, it was never to destroy you. It was to prepare you. Think about it. The wealthiest, most powerful people in the world, do you think they simply stumbled into their success? No. Every one of them went through a process. Every one of them had to be tested before they could step into the fullness of their power. And now, chosen one, it is your turn. Look back at your life. Think of every hardship you have ever faced. Every time you were on the edge of giving up, but something inside you told you to keep going. That was not by accident. That was a divine force keeping you on your path. Because you are not like the others. You are set apart. And what is coming for you, the level of wealth, the level of success, the level of influence, is greater than you can imagine. But in order to step into it, you must first understand why you were chosen. The signs have been there all along. Have you noticed them? Have you ever felt disconnected from the people around you, like you were speaking a different language, like your thoughts and ambitions were too big for them to understand? Have you ever looked at the world and thought, there has to be more than this? Have you ever felt like the universe was sending you messages, nudges, whispers in the form of dreams, repeated numbers, synchronicities? Those were not coincidences. Those were signs. Because when God calls you, He doesn't shout. He whispers. And if you are still watching this, it means you have been hearing that whisper for a long time. It means that deep down, you have always known that you were made for more. That you were never meant to settle. That the life you are living right now is nothing compared to the one that is waiting for you. And now, the time has come to claim it. But here's what you must understand. Most people will never step into their destiny. Not because they are not chosen, but because they refuse to believe it. Because they let fear, doubt, and the opinions of others hold them back. And I need you to hear me when I say this, if you do not claim what is rightfully yours, someone else will. The opportunities, the wealth, the influence, it is already in motion. It is already on its way. But only those who are ready to receive it will take hold of it. And that is why you are here. Because you are ready. Because the universe has been preparing you for this moment. Because the struggles you have faced were not meant to break you, but to build you into the person who can handle the success that is coming. And right now, right in this moment, a shift is happening in your life. The doors that have been closed are opening. The blessings that have been delayed are being released. And the version of you that has been waiting, hoping, praying, is finally stepping forward. Do you feel it? Do you feel the energy shifting around you? That is not your imagination. That is real. You are destined for something far greater than this world has told you. And in the next part of this message, I am going to show you exactly how to step into that wealth. Exactly how to shift your energy, your mindset, and your reality so that you no longer chase money, it chases you. But for now, I need you to understand this truth. You are standing at the doorway of your breakthrough. Everything you have ever wanted is already in motion. The question is, will you step forward and claim it? Chosen one, your time is now. The waiting is over. The blessings have already begun. There is something happening right now that most people are blind to. The world is shifting. The way wealth moves is changing. And only those who are truly awake, only those who are aligned, will be able to step into this divine transfer of abundance. Listen to me carefully. What I am about to tell you is something that only a few people in history have ever truly understood. There is a system, a blueprint, a hidden law that governs the way money moves in this world. It is not just about working hard. It is not just about being smart. It is about energy. It is about alignment. It is about stepping into the frequency of abundance so that wealth is no longer something you chase, it is something that is magnetized to you. And right now, as we speak, this world is undergoing one of the greatest wealth shifts in human history. Look around you. Everything is changing. The way people make money, the industries that are rising, the people who are suddenly becoming millionaires seemingly overnight, it is not random. It is a divine realignment of resources. It is a recalibration of financial energy. And those who understand this shift, those who are prepared for it, will step into wealth beyond measure. But those who stay asleep, those who cling to old ways of thinking, they will watch as opportunity passes them by. They will stay in the same cycles, wondering why their hard work is not paying off, why they keep struggling while others rise. And I need you to understand something. You were not meant to be on the losing side of this shift. You are not meant to remain in lack while others walk into their wealth. You are chosen to be on the receiving end of this transformation. And if you can grasp this truth, if you can truly comprehend the power of what I am about to reveal to you, your financial reality will never be the same again. The way money works has been hidden from most people for centuries. You were raised to believe that wealth is something you earn through labor alone. That success is the result of struggle, of grinding day in and day out, of sacrificing your happiness just to survive. But that is a lie. That is a system that was designed to keep you small. True wealth, divine wealth, is not created through struggle. It is created through alignment. It is created through stepping into the energy of abundance and allowing money to flow to you effortlessly, as it was always meant to. Think of the wealthiest people in the world. Do they work the hardest? Do they suffer the most? No. They have learned something that most people will never be taught. They have learned how to operate in the frequency of financial overflow. And now, it is time for you to do the same. Chosen one, there is a law of divine compensation that is now coming into effect in your life. Everything that was taken from you, every opportunity you lost, every moment you felt like life was against you, it is all being reversed. The struggles of your past were not in vain. They were a setup for your comeback. And now, the very things that once held you back are about to be transformed into your greatest blessings. Do you feel it? Do you feel the energy around you shifting? The sudden ideas, the unexpected changes, the sense that something is moving in your favor even if you can't see it yet? That is not random. That is not a coincidence. That is the universe rearranging itself to bring you what is already yours. But here is what you must understand. Money is not just paper. It is energy. And energy must flow. If you are constantly thinking of lack, if you are constantly worrying about not having enough, you are blocking the flow of money in your life. You are repelling wealth without even realizing it. But the moment you shift your mindset, the moment you start seeing money as something that is already available to you, as something that is always in motion, always seeking those who are ready to receive it, that is the moment you become a magnet for abundance. This is why the rich keep getting richer, because they expect wealth to flow to them. They do not fear money. They do not worship it. They simply allow it. And now, it is time for you to do the same. Chosen one, you were never meant to struggle. You were never meant to stay in a cycle of financial hardship. You were destined to break free, to rise above, to claim what has always been rightfully yours. And that is exactly what is happening right now. The wealth transfer is not something coming in the future. It is something happening right now. The money that is shifting hands, the opportunities that are emerging, the new industries that are being built, it is all part of a divine movement. And the question is not whether this shift will happen. The question is, will you be part of it? Because let me tell you something, you have already been positioned for this. You have already been placed in alignment. The very fact that you are hearing this message is proof that you are meant to step into this. This is your confirmation. But most people will not claim what is theirs. Most people will let doubt hold them back. Most people will stay in the same mindset, the same fear, the same cycle of struggle, because they are too afraid to believe that something greater is possible for them. But you have a choice. You can either continue living in the same patterns, operating in the same mindset, believing the same limitations you have been taught your entire life. Or you can decide, right now, that enough is enough. You can decide that you are ready to step into the abundance that is already waiting for you. Because let me tell you something, this shift is bigger than just money. This is about who you are becoming. This is about stepping into your full potential. This is about becoming the version of you that has always existed beneath the surface, the one who does not doubt, the one who does not fear, the one who moves with confidence because they know that everything they need is already on its way. This is not just about becoming a millionaire. This is about becoming a person who attracts wealth effortlessly. A person who understands that money is not a struggle, not a burden, not something that disappears the moment you get it, but something that flows, something that expands, something that supports the life you were always meant to live. And if you can grasp this, if you can truly embody this truth, nothing will ever be the same for you again. Because this wealth transfer is already in motion. And those who are ready, those who step into alignment, will receive more than they ever imagined possible. Chosen one, the door is open. Are you ready to walk through it? Listen to me. This is the moment everything changes for you. Up until now, you have been conditioned to believe that wealth is something distant, something reserved for a select few, something that only comes with extreme effort and struggle. But that belief has been the very thing keeping you from stepping into the abundance that is already meant for you. You have been looking at money the wrong way. You have been told that financial freedom is something you have to fight for, something you have to chase, something that only happens after years of sacrifice. But that is not how the universe works. That is not how wealth moves. The truth is that money is already moving toward you. It has been searching for you all along. The problem is not that wealth is unavailable. The problem is that most people are not in a position to receive it. And if you are not ready, if you are not in alignment, it does not matter how hard you work or how much effort you put in, you will always feel like you are struggling. You have to understand this. Money follows energy. It is not controlled by effort alone. It is drawn to those who are aligned with it. This is why you see people who never seem to work as hard as you do, yet money flows to them effortlessly. This is why some people always seem to have opportunities coming their way, while others work day and night and never get ahead. It is not luck. It is not chance. It is alignment. And right now, you are being called to step into that alignment. You are being given the knowledge that will shift your entire financial reality. But knowledge alone is not enough. You must be ready to receive it. You must be willing to change the way you think, the way you operate, the way you move through the world. The first shift that must happen is in your identity. You cannot attract wealth while thinking like someone who is struggling. You cannot step into abundance while holding on to the mindset of scarcity. You must become the version of yourself that already has the money, the success, the opportunities. You must embody it now. Not tomorrow. Not when things start to improve. Right now. This is where most people fail. They wait for proof before they believe. They wait to see the money before they act like someone who is wealthy. But that is not how this works. You must believe first. You must operate from the mindset that wealth is already yours. When you do this, the universe has no choice but to rearrange itself to match your belief. This is why the rich get richer. This is why those who expect abundance receive it effortlessly. It is not because they are better. It is because they understand how wealth truly works. You have to stop seeing money as something outside of you, as something separate, as something you have to chase. You must begin to see it as something that is naturally drawn to you. Something that flows toward you as easily as water flows downhill. When you shift into this mindset, you will notice that opportunities start appearing where they didn't exist before. You will notice that ideas come to you with clarity. You will notice that the things you used to struggle for suddenly feel effortless. This is not magic. This is not some abstract concept. This is the law of the universe. This is the way wealth has always worked. The problem is that most people are so focused on survival that they never allow themselves to step into this truth. They are so consumed by their current struggles that they keep creating more of them. But that cycle ends now. You are not just anyone. You are chosen. And because you are chosen, you will not remain in lack. You will not stay in struggle. You will not live in financial uncertainty. You must prepare yourself for the wealth that is coming. Because let me tell you something, money does not stay with those who are not ready to hold it. This is why so many people come into wealth only to lose it. This is why people win millions in the lottery and end up broke within a few years. This is why some people make money quickly but can never keep it. Because they were never prepared to receive it in the first place. Wealth is not just about making money. It is about knowing how to keep it, how to grow it, how to let it multiply. And if you do not prepare yourself, no amount of money will ever be enough. This is why people who struggle financially often believe that just a little more money will solve their problems. But even when they get more, the struggle continues. Because their mindset has not shifted. Their habits have not changed. They are still operating from a place of scarcity, and so the money slips away as quickly as it came. You will not make that mistake. Because you are different. Because you are chosen. Because you are being given the knowledge that most people will never receive. And now, you must act on it. You must start operating like someone who is already wealthy. You must start making decisions that align with financial abundance. You must stop seeing money as something difficult, something stressful, something that you are constantly lacking. Instead, you must begin to see it as something that is always moving toward you, something that is constantly increasing, something that is meant to support you, not control you. The moment you make this shift, your reality will begin to change. But here's the thing, this will require you to let go of everything you thought you knew about money. You will have to unlearn the beliefs that have kept you stuck. You will have to stop thinking that struggle is noble. You will have to stop believing that you have to work endlessly to deserve wealth. You will have to stop waiting for permission to step into the life that is already meant for you. You will have to start seeing yourself as someone who is worthy of financial freedom. And that shift starts now. The money is already moving. The wealth transfer is already happening. The only question is, are you ready to receive it? Because once you make the decision, once you truly claim your abundance, there is no going back. This is the moment where everything changes. The next step is already unfolding. The only thing left for you to do is step forward and take what is already yours. Everything you have heard up until now has been preparing you for this moment. Everything in your life has been leading you here. You are no longer the person who waits for things to change. You are no longer the person who wonders when your breakthrough will come. You are the person who is stepping into it right now. This is the point where everything begins to align. Where the opportunities that once felt distant start to appear. Where the vision you have held inside you starts to manifest before your eyes. Because now, you are no longer hoping for change. Now, you are moving as the person who already has it. Your financial reality is a reflection of the energy you carry. It is a mirror of what you expect, of what you believe, of what you are willing to receive. If you expect struggle, struggle will show up. If you believe money is scarce, you will always feel like you don't have enough. But if you know, deep within you, that wealth is your natural state, that abundance is already flowing toward you, that your financial breakthrough is not just possible but inevitable, then everything begins to shift. Because wealth is not just about money. It is about expansion. It is about stepping into the fullness of who you are. It is about claiming your power and no longer living in limitation. You have always known that you were different. You have always felt that something greater was calling you. That is why you could never settle for less. That is why you could never accept a life of mediocrity. You were never meant to follow the crowd. You were never meant to live in survival mode. You were designed for something far greater. And now, that greatness is ready to be unlocked. The doors that were once closed are now opening. The opportunities that once seemed impossible are now within reach. And the only thing left for you to do is to step forward and receive. Most people never reach this point. Most people stop themselves before they ever step into their true potential. They let fear dictate their actions. They let doubt hold them back. They let the limitations of the past keep them from moving forward. But that is not your story. Because you are chosen. And because you are chosen, you will not allow fear to keep you from the wealth that is already meant for you. You will not let the opinions of others dictate your future. You will not live in the shadows when you were meant to shine. You are walking into a new level, a new reality, a new version of yourself. One that is not held back by the past. One that is not waiting for permission to succeed. One that knows, with absolute certainty, that financial freedom is not something you have to chase, it is something you were born for. This is why everything that has happened in your life has led to this moment. The struggles, the setbacks, the hardships, the lessons, they were all preparing you for what is coming next. Every challenge you have faced was a lesson. Every delay was a setup for something greater. Every obstacle was making you stronger, wiser, and more aligned with the version of yourself that is ready to receive abundance. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your reality. You are not here to repeat the patterns of the past. You are here to rewrite them. Wealth does not belong to the select few. It belongs to those who are ready to receive it. It belongs to those who understand that money is energy. That money flows toward those who align with it. That money is not something that is earned through struggle, but something that is attracted through clarity, confidence, and certainty. You do not have to fight for your financial breakthrough. You do not have to wait for someone else to give you permission to succeed. You do not have to question whether or not you are worthy of wealth. You are worthy. You are ready. You are stepping into it now. The moment you stop seeing money as something distant is the moment you allow it to flow to you. The moment you stop believing that success is hard to attain is the moment it becomes effortless. The moment you stop asking if wealth is possible for you is the moment you realize it was never in question. You were always meant to have more. You were always meant to live in financial freedom. You were always meant to experience overflow. The only thing that has ever been missing is the decision to claim it. You have to decide. Right now, in this moment, you have to make the choice. The choice to no longer operate in scarcity. The choice to no longer let old beliefs keep you small. The choice to no longer hold yourself back from the life you are meant to live. The people who remain in lack are the ones who never make that decision. They wait. They hesitate. They look for more proof. They wonder if they are truly capable. But the ones who step into wealth are the ones who decide that there is no other option. That they will no longer live in limitation. That they will no longer allow excuses to hold them back. That they will take the opportunities that are in front of them without questioning whether or not they deserve them. Because they already know. They already believe. They have already made the shift within themselves, and the moment they do, the external world has no choice but to follow. Your wealth is waiting for you to step into it. It is not being kept from you. It is not out of reach. It is already aligned with your name. The only thing left for you to do is to take action. The only thing left for you to do is to move as if your success is inevitable. To carry yourself like someone who already has what they desire. To think, speak, and act as if the wealth is already yours. Because when you do, you become a magnet for everything you have been waiting for. The money, the opportunities, the ideas, the breakthroughs, they start appearing effortlessly. Not because they weren't there before, but because now, you are finally in alignment to receive them. This is the shift that changes everything. This is the shift that separates those who struggle from those who thrive. It is not about working harder. It is not about waiting for luck. It is about stepping into a reality where money flows to you, where success is natural, where financial freedom is not a dream but your new standard. This is where you are now. This is who you are becoming. This is the life that is unfolding for you. The only thing left to do is to walk into it. Because the wealth, the success, the life you have been waiting for, it has already been decided. It is already done. And now, it is time for you to claim it.